Good morning, fifth graders and your teachers. Uh, Mr. Lou again, and I'm here first week of May to give you the book I promised I would read before school was out. And it's the story of Shrek. As you see, Ginger wants to get in on the action here, so I'm going to let her. Shrek by William Steig. This is the source book for the movie Shrek. I would have introduced you to William Steig if had I known you in fourth grade, to his prize-winning gold Caldecott Medal winner, Sylvester and the Magic Pebble. So with that, off we go with Shrek. And there he is. Title page. His mother was ugly, his father was ugly, but Shrek was uglier than the two of them put together. By the time he toddled, Shrek could spit flame a full 99 yards and vent smoke from either ear. With just a look, he cowed the reptiles in the swamp. And any snake dumb enough to bite him instantly got convulsions and died. One day, Shrek's parents hissed things over and decided that it was about time their little darling was out in the world doing his share of damage. So they kicked him goodbye, and Shrek left the black hole in which he had been hatched. Shrek went slogging along down the road, giving off his awful fumes. It delighted him to see the flowers bend aside and the trees lean away to let him go by. In a shady copse, a copse is a little forest, he came across a witch. She was busy boiling bats in turpentine and turtle juice, and as she stirred, she crooned this song. "This is the way I cook my bats, stir my bats, taste my bats, season my bats in the morning, stew and brew and chew my bats, diddle and fiddle and faddle my bats early in the morning." What a lovely stench. A very bad smell. The witch specialized in horrors, but one single look at Shrek made her woozy. When she recovered her senses, Shrek said, "Tell my fortune, madam, and I'll let you have a few of my rare lice." They're little bugs that like to eat on your head. "Splendid, splendid," crowed the witch. "Here's your fortune. Uchki puchki, itchki pitch. Pay attention to this witch. A donkey takes you to a knight. Him you conquer in a fight. Then you wed a princess who is even uglier than you. Ha ha ha, and cock-a-doodle. The magic words are apple strudel. A princess. I'm on my way. Soon Shrek came upon a peasant, a poor farmer, singing and scything. In his hand you'll see a scythe, which he's cutting down the wheat. "You there, varlet," said Shrek, "why so blithe?" Blithe, sort of carefree and nonchalant. "I'm happy scything in the rye. I never stop to wonder why. I'll hone and scythe until I die, but now I'm busy, so goodbye." "Yokel," Shrek snapped, "what have you in that pouch of yours?" "Just some cold pheasant." "Pheasant? Peasant? What a pleasant present!" The last thing the pheasant saw before he fainted was Shrek, his glare warming up his dinner. Shrek ate and moved on. Wherever Shrek went, every living creature fled, ran away. How it tickled him to be so repulsive, ugly, and stinky. Fat raindrops began sizzling on Shrek's hot knob. "Did you ever see somebody so disgusting?" said Lightning to Thunder. "Never," Thunder growled. "Let's give him the works." Lightning fired his fiercest bolt straight at Shrek's head. Shrek just gobbled it up, belched some smoke, and grinned. Lightning, thunder, and rain departed. In high spirits, Shrek stalked on. At the edge of a woods, he found this warning nailed to a tree. "Hearken, stranger, shun the danger. If you plan to stay the same, you best go back from whence you came." Shrek, of course, swaggered right on. And sure enough, a little way into the woods, a whopper of a dragon barred his path. Shrek smiled and bowed. The dragon slammed him to the ground, but Shrek just lay there. He was amused. The irascible dragon was preparing to separate Shrek from his noggin, but Shrek got in between the eyes with a putrid, stinking blue flame. The poor dragon thudded over, unconscious for the day. Shrek wandered on. He was wondering if he'd ever meet his princess when he saw a donkey grazing. Was this the donkey the witch had foretold? Shrek hurried over and tried the magic words. Apple strudel. The donkey raised his sleepy eyes and brayed. I gaze in the green, I graze in the green, seeking out the clover. I laze and spend my days in the green, a chewing, chomping rover. You jabbering, stupid, dumb donkey, Shrek screamed. Aren't you supposed to take me somewhere? I am to the nutty knight who guards the entrance to the crazy castle where the repulsive princess waits. Then take, Shrek shrieked, and he hopped onto the donkey's back. They soon came to a drawbridge where a suit of armor stood. Shrek knocked on the breastplate and demanded, Who dwells inside this armor and also in yonder castle? In here a fearless knight, in there a well-born fright, was the answer. It's my princess, said Shrek, the one I'm to wed. Over my dead body, roared the fearless knight. Over your dead body, then, Shrek agreed. Not so brave, thou churlish knave, countered the knight. Do me the honor to step aside so Shrek can go to meet his bride, Shrek commanded. Magician's mercury, plumber's lead, I smite your stupid, scabby head. And the knight smote. Shrek popped his eyes, opened his trap, and bellowed a blast of fire. The knight, red hot, dove into the stagnant, stinking moat. With a nasty snort of triumph, Shrek crossed the bridge and marched into the castle. And there, for the first time, he found out what fear was. All around him were hundreds of hideous creatures. He was so appalled he could barely manage to spit a bit of flame. All those horrid others spat back. He started to run. They all ran. He lashed out at the nearest one. But all he struck was glass. Shrek was in the Hall of Mirrors. They're all me, Shrek yodeled. All me! He faced himself full of pride and rabid self-esteem, happier than ever to be exactly what he was. He strode in, and his fat lips fell open. There before him was the most stunningly ugly princess on the surface of the planet. Apple strudel, cooed Shrek. Cock-a-doodle-doodle, sang out the princess. Said Shrek, your horny warts, your rosy wens, your like slimy bogs and fusty fens thrill me, said the princess. Your lumpy nose, your pointy head, your wicked eyes, so livid red, just kill me. Said Shrek, oh ghastly you, with lips of blue, your ruddy eyes with carmine styes, enchant me. I could go on. I know you know the reason why I love you so. You're ugly, said the princess. Your nose is so hairy. Oh, let us not tarry. Your look is so scary. I think we should marry. Shrek snapped at her nose. She nipped at his ear. They clawed their way into each other's arms. Like fire and smoke, these two belonged together. So they got hitched as soon as possible, and they lived horribly ever after, scaring the socks off all who fell afoul of them. There you have Shrek. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Now, next week is, I think, the last week of school and homeschooling. So I have two books to finish. Another William Steig book, very, very colorful and awfully scary, but a wonderful ending. And then I have one other that I always end the year with. So, good morning, farewell for today, and I'll see you again for next week. Bye-bye.